Thanks for coming on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I mean, I know it sounds a little odd. Somebody does what I do, and it's really nervous speaking in public, but I am. And I'm having a really hard time coming up with what I'm going to say here, because all I can think of is, it's kind of obvious. But I do feel that both personally and professionally, I want to add a little bit more. A couple of years ago, I'm actually quoted in the paper, which is not all that, common. I'm not a press hound. But I am quoted in the paper saying that we all have to get in a room and bang out what kind of city we want to be. But of course, we can't do that. We can't all get in a room, thank goodness. 50,000 people in a room would be a lot of opinions and egos. What? 55. 50,005. Yes, sorry. So we have to decide who is going to sit in that room for us. And for myself, both as a constituent and a member of the council, I have very strong opinions about who the representative of the second ward and really all of us in the city should be. From a professional standpoint, there's some things they sound like minor things, but they play into Tom's strength. He is a human resources professional, and for anybody who's been following what's going on in the council, I think there's a little bit of trouble figuring out what our role is supposed to be. So let me tell you, we're the legislative body. We pass laws, we pass the budget. Some council people, notable council people, forget that. We are not mini mayors. We have to work as a group, and we represent our constituents to City Hall. Some people have forgotten that too. So once again, I ask you, who would you like representing you in City Hall? We have a lot of work to do. There is a lot to get done, and it means taking the time, and it means to listening to people, and that's where my personal opinions come in. Tom has been my friend and my confidant and my conscience sometimes for many, many years, much longer than he has really been in the public eye. And for all of those years, I found him to be very disciplined and very thoughtful and very generous with his skills and his time. He has quietly gotten to know more people, I think, than I know in the city of Hoboken. And I was actually impressed with his passion, not just his actual passion for listening to people on all sides. And as a result of this, he's been able to provide me with perspective that I personally wouldn't have had. And I think that kind of perspective is very, very important, because trying to get 50,005 people to agree on anything is challenging, to say the least. So through all of these years, he has been quietly on the sidelines helping people that he supported get elected. Even when he did his famous short stay in Manhattan, he still called me every week. He donated money, which is more than I can say for a lot of people. He was more involved in Hoboken than many people in Hoboken. So I don't know what else to say. I think personally that we need a thoughtful, hardworking, honest, relatively, financially conservative, but emotionally and ethically generous person to serve as all of our constituents. So I would like to introduce our next second ward councilman, Tom.
I just wanted to say, before I begin my sort of formal remarks, that if the only vote that I get in this election is Carol Marsh's vote, then I will be the winner of this election. Carol Marsh, over 20 years, has given to this city more than most of you will know, and she has done so generously, through incredible obstacles. She complains a lot, but she has been unflagging of that. I'm honored to call her my friend. I consider her to be a mentor, and I look forward to calling her council colleague on July 1st. I'd like to thank my campaign chair, Cindy Craig. Campaign. And the joke in the Greaney campaign is to use the Frances Jennings of the Greaney campaign. Because she always has to whip it. So, everybody needs a Frances. I am running for second ward city council because I believe that I am the most qualified person in this race to represent the citizens of this ward. I am an imperfect vessel for this, but that is what we have, and that is what we are all imperfect. But we must always strive to do better, and we must do so without thought to our own political careers or ambitions, but to the needs of the people we seek to serve. There are a number of reasons why people get involved with public life, and I will tell you that public life does one of two things to you. On one hand, it will make you more thoughtful, more reflective, perhaps more realistic in your approach, but give you a greater love of humanity. On the other hand, public life can make you harder, more self-centered, and more cynical. And you will keep me honest on this journey that we are taking together. That's my commitment to you, and that's my request to you. You hold me accountable. You hold me honest. I will not break faith with you, but I am asking you not to break faith with me. Because that is the challenge that we face together in this. We are a city that's gone from 37,000 people to over 50,000 people in 10 years. We have tax problems, we have infrastructure challenges, we have governmental challenges, we have challenges that we don't even know exist. So I ask you not just to vote for me for what's on the card in front of you, but because you think or you believe or you have the faith that we can make it better, that we can work together, step by step, imperfect though we may be, through obstacles, never getting discouraged by failure, never getting overly excited by success, because we know that this is an ongoing journey. We have 150 years of history together, and I want to be part of shaping the next 150 years of history. I want to be part of the mosaic that is Hoboken, and I want you to help me to do that so that we can do it together. That's the challenge we face. That's why I'm running. I need your help. I need your support. I need your vote. I need your donations. Many of you I know have already given generously, and I appreciate that. And I'm going to ask for those of you that already have, I say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I ask you to think, to give a bit more. For those of you who haven't, I'm not going to ask you to think about that. But I don't care so much about the donation as I do care about the vote. And if I don't get your vote, then that's okay. Because when I'm councilman, I want you to hold me accountable to the people of the second ward. That's our challenge, that's our journey. We have 45 days to election day, today. 45 days. Time is short. The most valuable resource in a campaign is time. Let's go win an election together. My name is Tom Greaney, and I am going to be the next second ward councilman.